Okay, hi everybody. This is gonna be, I feel like every video I'm like, oh, that's a different type of video, but this one, it's a different one. Okay, so maybe, I don't know if you saw from the thumbnail, from the caption, whatever, but this video, I will share you my tips on how to stop caring about what other people think of you. And I know this list isn't complete. There's still a lot to learn from me, but maybe, just maybe, I can share my thoughts and experience so far, and then a year from now maybe I can do a part 2, you know. Listen, I even went this far that I wrote it out. Who am I don't know. Okay, I assume that if you came to watch this video, then you are tired of being held back because of you are scared of what others think of you, or you are scared of judgment. And I am here to kind of try and help you to not be like that way anymore. And yes, I admit sometimes I still do let other people's opinions kind of hold me back, or like let them control over me. But every day I'm trying to get further and further away from this mindset, so to just, you know, live my life to the fullest, you know. And maybe this video is good for you for the new upcoming year, to really, like, you know, make 2021 your year. So maybe this video will help you somehow, I'm not sure, but I do hope that maybe you will gain some new information from here. And maybe you already know everything that I'm about to say, but you just need like a refreshment of some sort with your thoughts. So here we go. And like, before I begin, I will just have a list of things that I have written out, that I have written down 12 things that I have done ever since I have stopped caring about what other people think of me. And these things, they're the things that I have done over the course of like the past 3 years. I think over the past 3 years is the main time period when I have been trying to stop caring about other people and just live for myself. But this past year has been like the most with the biggest changes, basically. And maybe you can relate to this and you're like, damn, I want to do these things too. So maybe this video will help you and guide you to do these things. Okay, so the first, or like, I will just read some of the things and maybe I will stop on some of them for a bit. And if you don't care about what I have done, you can just skip to the part where I'm like telling how I did these things. So up to you, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. So yeah, just let's go right into the video. Okay, so the first one, and these are just like to give you an idea of what is possible for you to do if you just stop caring about other people's fucking opinions. If there's something that you want to do on this list that I have done, then keep watching the video, because later on I will be sharing you the secrets. Okay, so the first one is a YouTube channel in English. And this has been my biggest regret for the past 7 years. To this day, this is the biggest thing, one of the biggest things that I'm regretting as of now. As a 21-year-old, I regret so badly that I didn't continue with my YouTube channel in English, because I feel way more comfortable making videos in English rather than in Estonian, in my mother tongue. And the main reason was because I was scared of other people's opinions on my English, like my grammar, pronunciation, whatever. But I have gotten over it, like ever since I posted the last video. Like the vlog one, like the birthday one, that's when I just stopped caring. And that was like the biggest worries in my life, or like up until this point. So yeah, the YouTube channel in English. But now, as we can see, I had gotten over it, because I simply don't care. As long as you understand me, I understand you, our English is fine. And yeah, because it has been holding me back way too many times on way too many opportunities, and I'm done with it. Then the next thing would be moving to a different country, and I have done it in the past year, I think, 3 times. Posting myself as I am on social media, and that means just like body image wise or body appearance wise, because for the longest time I was so self-conscious. I was like, the hatred that I had towards myself, I wouldn't wish this kind of mindset on anybody, because it was horrible. It was very toxic. I was a toxic person in my own life, but I realized it, and like for the past year I have been really working on it, and maybe if you want I can do another video on it, or like, you know, the self-love, like body acceptance, or like accepting yourself as you are, not only the physical appearance, but just as a whole person, because you're not just your looks. Then the fourth one will be dyeing my hair, and I have dyed my hair. The first time was 3 years ago, but ever since then I have been just dyeing my hair whenever I feel like it, and just not caring if somebody thinks that it looks good on me or it doesn't look good on me, because their opinions simply don't matter. It's what I think, okay, or what you think about yourself. Then wearing what I want, and that includes crop tops. I said it, I didn't wear crop tops. I think the last time I wore, or the first one I wore one was last summer, 2019. That's because that goes back to the like body image, because I was so self-conscious and I was so afraid what people would think if they saw that I had fat on me. Oh my lord, like the worst case scenario right now. Like your physical body, that's just like 1/10 of who you actually are as a person, because your physical appearance, it's always gonna change. So just work on your inner self a bit more. That's my like number one tip. Then the sixth one, asking a boy's Snapchat at an airport. It is also recorded on a video and it's uploaded on YouTube, but I won't reveal it right yet, or just yet. I think it's still up. But yeah, I did it when I was in England, 2018 December, when we were coming back from a youth exchange. And I was like, oh, that's a good looking guy at the airport. I would just go ask his number or like his Snapchat. And yeah, I did it. And I'm glad that I did, because otherwise I would have like been like, oh, what if? But then I got it, and I realized like after a few interactions, I was like, yeah, that ain't it. And I was able to like let go of it and not think about it anymore. Okay, the next one was hanging on bars again, and you're like, what the fuck? But I mean, the bars were like the, you know, like the word street workout. There's, I will put a video clip, like an image, what I mean by it. Yeah, just hanging, like I can't do anything on the bars. I can just literally, and I mean literally, just hang there. But it's so much fun, just like swinging back and forth and just like hanging out on the bars. Like even though I can't do anything, but for some reason I was like, oh, it's so childish, but I love it. Like, I don't know why did I ever stop doing it. And then not going to university. And yeah, I got a kind of, not a lot, but some backlash like last year after high school, when people were like, oh, why aren't you going to uni? Like you graduated with honors, you should go, you're wasting your opportunities, whatever. No, I'm not, because I'm actually living my life right now the way that I want to live it, and uni just wasn't on top of my list, and I just needed some mental clarity with myself to realize what I actually want to do. And I do want to go to uni, but I don't want to go just yet, because I want to go when I'm ready to settle down in one place for a few years, because I know that the university is always going to be there, but these opportunities that I have gotten over the past year and a half, they're just like one time, you know, like take it or leave it. But the university is always there. So that's why I didn't go to uni. 10th one, just talk as much as I want. Because ever since when I like throughout my whole life, like, and I mean my whole life, I have been told that I'm annoying, you talk too much, shut up, you're annoying, da da da. And for the biggest time, it was like one of my biggest insecurities. And I mean biggest insecurities, until one day, 2018 December, a girl told me, wow, you talk so fast and so much, that's so cool. And ever since then, I have started to appreciate it more, because I don't mind talking a lot. I like to talk, like, thanks to me, there aren't any awkward silences. I am there for this. And I don't know, I like talking, so why should I like shut up if I want to talk, if I want to express myself? Because that's the way that I express myself usually, just by talking. So I don't see the reason to like shut up. 11th one is going to new gyms. I have a lot of anxiety. It makes some social situations very difficult for me, but going to new gyms, and especially in foreign country, that's so out of my comfort zone, and every time I have done it, I feel so accomplished and everything. So before, every time I had like the worst anxiety, it was so bad, but I have gotten over it and gotten comfortable in the gym. It's just like a new environment, new people, so it's a bit hard sometimes. I know the last one that I could remember was working abroad. And why it was my fear, because like I was like, oh, what if like I will lose my friends, like, you know, whatever, or like, but you know what, you're not gonna lose the people that are meant to be in your life. Like if you go work abroad, live abroad, whatever, and you lose contact with some people, it was meant to be. You don't need them in your life anymore. You just grew out of them, and it's okay. It doesn't matter, because thanks to working abroad, I think I can literally say I have a friend in every single country over Europe. Mostly, I think, like more or less. I think it's a flex. And they're like, it's a different kind of connection, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's like the people that you don't talk to like every day or every week, every month. But when you do, it's like nothing has changed. You still get along. Okay, so these were the things that I have done ever since I have stopped caring about what other people think about me or my decisions. So now let's get to the part that you came here for, I assume. Okay, so how to actually stop caring. And the first one I wrote down was live with no regrets. And that's what I mean. Like every time I have like a decision to make, I'm like, am I gonna regret it like 5 years later? Am I gonna think back to this moment and be like, damn, I wish I would have said it, I wish I would have done it? And when the answer is like most likely yes, I will do it, I will say it, whatever, like depending on the situation. Yeah, I guess the most important thing is to live with no regrets. And I know it's like a very cheesy one, but with the English, like the channel YouTube one, you know what I said, the first thing, like my biggest regrets, and I low-key sometimes still beat myself down because I'm like, why did you care? Okay, the next thing, it kind of goes together with the first one, but it's just like in 50 years, I can promise you that you will regret not doing things you wanted to do but didn't because of others. Like on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, they have like asking old people their biggest regrets, and almost every time it's that, or like the biggest life lessons, it's usually they regret not doing things. You see? So I would want to be like this. And I think with this, it would also go for me. It's like I want to be able to tell the future generations about my life, because I want my life to be interesting. I don't want to have like in my eyes, a boring life, because I want to have things to tell rather than things to show, you know? That's another quote from somewhere from social media. Then the third one would be to be with yourself and get comfortable doing so. And that's something that I have learned during the almost like 3-4 months here in Greece. I have started to love my own company. I have started to love being with myself, doing things on my own, going to places on my own. I just love it so much. It gives you such a good sense of independency, and like you're so free because you literally don't have to depend on anybody else. And I have realized that I'm so funny. Like when I'm going on my like daily walks or like, you know, going somewhere, I can just entertain myself with my own thoughts. That's what I realized. I like spending time with myself. I like who I am as a person. Find your people. I mean, I just told like, oh, it's good to be by yourself, but it is important to surround yourself with the people that you want to be like, because you are the reflection of your friend group, basically. I mean, this friend group that I have now, I have been friends with them for like 7-8 years, so like the main big friend group. And like from high school, I don't talk to a lot of them anymore. Yeah, I had just grown out of them. They have grown out of me. We don't share the same ambitions and like goals in life, and that is okay, because I have a kind of a goal in mind, what kind of a life I want to live. If they don't kind of see life the same way, then it's no point in hanging out with them, because I want to be like inspired by others. I want to be motivated. You really have to put in the work to surround yourself with people who you want to be like. Because the people that I'm living with right now here in Greece, we are all very similar, but at the same time different. But at the same time, we have kind of similar views in the world. We are interested in the same things. And thanks to this, I think that's the main reason why I have noticed such growth in myself, because of the people that I'm surrounded with. So that's really, really important. I'm not saying like, oh, you have to drop all of your friends. People who actually support you and want to see you do good, they won't judge you. And I promise you that. And if they do, drop them. It's not that big. Trust me, you will find new people. It's not the end of the world. The next two ones are kind of related. Everything you do in life is for you, and at the end of the day, it is always gonna be you. So what I mean by this is that every decision that you make in your life, it will affect you directly. And at the end of the day, whether or not you live your life to please others or to please yourself, you are gonna be the one stuck with the decisions. And going back to the university topic, I knew that if I went to uni just for the sake of going to uni, I would have dropped out in like the first 2 or 3 months, because I knew that at this time in my life I couldn't have handled the pressure of school. You're the only person responsible for your life, and if you make shitty decisions and end up in a shitty situation, it's gonna be because of you. I mean, I know that some things are out of your control, but everything that is in your control, and you decide to still do these things how others want you to do them, and you're gonna end up in a shitty situation, it's your own fault. So don't blame others, take the responsibility. Don't count on others. Why? Because you can't really control anybody but yourself. You aren't in charge of other people's emotions, feelings, thoughts, whatever. You are not in control. And I don't mean like, oh, don't make any friends, don't trust people. No, I'm just saying that you can't rely your own well-being. You can't put your like happiness or like life quality on anybody else. Does it make sense? Like, the moment you put your well-being or your happiness or your like life quality kind of on somebody else, that's when you lose it. Then we have this is like a main one. That's like a basic. Nobody really thinks about you. They are too busy thinking about themselves or what others think of them. So at the same time, you're like, oh my lord, I wonder what this person thinks about me. They are thinking, oh my god, I wonder what this person thinks about me. So they're not really paying attention to you. Nobody notices these like small details that you might notice, or like nobody really thinks about you that much. You're like, because we're all so self-centered. You know, that's the truth. And I mean, yes, sometimes like people think about you, but not in the way that you think. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh my god, why is she like this, or why is he like this? Like, no, people are too busy thinking about themselves. Then we have what I'm about to say is my favorite. I love this one. 9th, or I don't know what number it is anymore, but throw yourself completely out of your comfort zone. Either look-wise, environmental-wise, people-wise, activities-wise, like whichever category, just throw yourself completely out of your comfort zone. And I promise you, that's when you will grow the most. The moment you step out of your comfort zone, and even better if you like jump out of it, like 3-4 meters out of it, it's just amazing. Like, even like for example, even for me, going to a new gym is like, for me, like going out of my comfort zone, and it has taught me so much independence. And that's one of the main things you kind of need when you want to stop caring about what other people think of you. You need to be independent. So please throw yourself out of the comfort zone, and that's when the most amazing things will happen. And do you know why I know this? Because the past, I think 1.5 years, I have thrown myself out of my comfort zone way too many times. And you know what? The best decision ever. Literally no regrets. Like, or even if it's like the going out of your comfort zone, even if it's like talking to a stranger, and that's a big accomplishment for somebody if you're like socially anxious or you have a hard time with connecting with people. Even doing this, it will help you grow so much more. Then you are you are just on a floating rock, dude. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. You're literally in a big universe. We have no idea what this universe is, or like we have but we don't, and we're just a floating rock somewhere in the universe. Like, you know, it's just like you're like one life. So do whatever you want, because you have a limited time on here. So don't waste your time on a floating rock somewhere in the universe. And also I saw this TikTok about like, if you're not gonna sparkle in this lifetime, then when are you gonna do it? Or like, what are you waiting for? You do what you want to do. And now the last one. It literally says YOLO. And that's something what I think about before doing like a wild like decision. Like, sometimes I literally like, you literally only live once. After this lifetime, you're not gonna have another one. I mean, maybe if you're like spiritually like, you know, rebirth, whatever, but realistically, you're not gonna have another life after this. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Like, along these lines, I have also wrote down that, you know, the things that I mentioned earlier, and I wrote here that I started doing this when I realized that you never know what the next day brings. Stop waiting for, I don't know, next month, next year, next whatever decade to do something, to say somebody that you, I don't know, like them, or that you like their shoes, you like their hair, or don't wait. Time is one of the most valuable things in your life, and you can't buy it more. And I just want to like mention that I am a big overthinker. If you ask any of my friends, they can tell you that this bitch overthinks a lot. But it's okay, because I'm working on myself. I'm trying to get better. Like with all of the caring about other people think and everything, it's like a lot of mental work, but a lot of also like physical work. You have to put in the work. You have to do things to help you grow. I know it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so hard. Like, it's so difficult. Like, sometimes I do get into the spiral of like, oh my God, what does she think of me? Or what does he think of me? Or what do these people think of me? But actually, like, then I do like a, you know, like a reality check, and I'm like, who cares? Like, if they care enough to like say something mean about you or make fun of you, it's their loss, because they are wasting their time to make others feel bad. And you know, they're not gonna gain anything from that. So just don't let other people bring you down, and don't let other people manipulate your decisions. If you want, you can start implementing these things that I just said in your life, like starting from now, or you can do it starting from 2021. You're like, oh my God, you know, new year, new me, new restart, whatever. But no, do them now. Like, stop waiting for 2021. Stop waiting and wasting your fucking time. Sometimes on a Sunday like day, when I'm laying the whole day, I'm like in bed, and I see like on Instagram, like, oh, like, live your life to the fullest. Like, if it was your last day, would you be happy with it? And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should be more productive, whatever. But no, you have to also give yourself rest time. You don't have to push yourself every day. Okay, it's just such a big topic. Maybe I will make another video on it. You have to let me know. Like, was it helpful? Did you gain anything from here? Did you like it? Okay, and we have made it to the end of the video. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you maybe gained some new information, like a new perspective. If it was, you know, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you have any more tips on how to, or like what helped you, leave it in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram, like whatever feels more comfortable for you. So yeah, stop caring about what other people think of you. If you need any more questions, if you have any more questions, you can leave them also in the comments down below, or if you don't want to, you can DM me on Instagram. I mean, I'm not an expert on this topic, obviously. I just shared my thoughts, and I truly hope that you liked the video. If you did, you know, as I said, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see, like, I don't know, any other videos, I am planning to do a vlog as well. Click the subscribe red box down below, or you can also put the bell notifications on. That's like a new feature. I mean, it's not new, but it is kind of. I don't really use it, but if you want to be notified every single time I upload, I recommend you to turn it on. And yeah, I guess I will see you next time. I don't know when the next video is gonna be, because I don't have a set schedule. So until then, you can follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post more often. So if you can't wait for the next video, just, you know, follow me on Instagram. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye. I hate outros so much, so I will just cut myself off here and end the video like this.